What happens if you only drink water for 7 days? Imagine this. You wake up one morning, look at your fridge packed with sodas, juices, and coffee, and decide to ditch them all. For 7 days, nothing but pure water touches your lips. No food, no fancy drinks, just water. Sounds extreme, right? But what if this simple act could hit a reset button on your body, clear out the fog in your mind, and even shift how you feel about food? Today, we'll be diving into the wild journey of what happens when you only drink water for a week. Stick with me because this isn't just about surviving, it's about uncovering how your body reacts, adapts, and maybe even thrives. And if you were curious about transforming your health in a way that's simple yet powerful, keep reading, because I'll share some practical tips to make this work for you. Meet Sarah, a 62-year-old retired school teacher from Ohio. She's been feeling sluggish, her joints ache, and her energy's been stuck in low gear. Like many of us, she's tried diets, supplements, and quick fixes, but nothing sticks. One day, scrolling through health blogs, she stumbles across stories of people fasting with just water. Intrigued, she wonders, could this be the key to feeling lighter, clearer, and more alive? Sarah's no scientist, but she's ready to give it a shot. Let's follow her journey and break down what's happening inside her body, step by step, in a way that's as clear as the water she's drinking. Before we dive in, if you're thinking about trying something like this yourself, make sure to check with your doctor, especially if you've got health conditions or take medications. Ready to explore what a water-only week does to your body? Let's go! And if you find this fascinating, share this with a friend who might want to try it too. It could spark a great conversation. Day 1. The body's first reaction. Sarah wakes up on day 1, pours a tall glass of water, and starts her experiment. No breakfast, no coffee, just water. By mid-morning, her stomach's grumbling, and she's missing her usual toast and jam. What's happening inside? Her body's used to a steady stream of food, so it's sending out hunger signals like a kid tapping her shoulder asking, "Where's my snack?" These signals come from a hormone called ghrelin, which tells her brain it's time to eat. Without food, ghrelin's knocking louder, but Sarah sips her water and distracts herself with a walk. Her body's also starting to shift gears. Normally, it burns sugar from food for energy, like a car running on gas. But with no food coming in, it's checking the fuel tank and realizing it needs a new plan. It starts dipping into glycogen, a backup energy stash stored in her liver and muscles. Think of glycogen like a pantry full of canned goods, easy to grab but limited. Breaking down glycogen releases water, so Sarah's peeing more often and might feel a bit lighter already. This isn't fat loss yet. It's just her body shedding extra water weight. By the end of day 1, Sarah's a little tired and maybe a bit cranky. Her brain's still wired for her usual coffee buzz, and without it, she feels a mild headache creeping in. This is her body adjusting to the lack of caffeine and sugar, like a computer rebooting after a long day. Drinking water helps flush out toxins and keeps her hydrated, which is critical because dehydration can make these symptoms worse. She's learning that water isn't just to drink it. It's like the oil keeping her body as engine running smoothly. Day 2. The hunger peaks and the body adapts. On day 2, Sarah's hunger hits hard. It's like her stomach's throwing a tantrum, but she keeps sipping water to quiet it down. Ghrelin's still at work, but something interesting is happening. Her body's starting to get the memo that food's not coming. To cope, it slows down her metabolism slightly, like turning down the heat to save gas in a cold house. This is her body's way of conserving energy. Meanwhile, her glycogen stores are running low, like a pantry that's almost empty. Her body starts looking for another fuel source, fat. This process, called ketosis, is like switching to a backup generator. Her liver begins breaking down stored fat into ketones, a new kind of fuel her brain and muscles can use. Sarah doesn't feel this shift yet, but it's a big deal. It's like her body's learning to run on a different kind of battery, one that's stored in her hips and belly. She's also noticing something else. Her head feels clearer, despite the hunger. That's because water's helping her kidneys and liver flush out waste, like a street sweeper cleaning up after a parade. But she's still tired, and her headache lingers. She adds a pinch of salt to her water, which helps balance electrolytes. Think of it like adding a pinch of seasoning to a bland dish. It keeps her body's electrical system humming along. Day 3. The turning point. By day 3, Sarah's surprised. The hunger's still there, but it's not screaming anymore. It's more like a background hum, like a radio turned down low. Her body's fully in ketosis now, burning fat for fuel like a fireplace steadily eating through a pile of logs. This shift gives her a small boost of energy, and she notices her joints don't ache as much. That's because fasting can lower inflammation, like calming a fire that's been burning too hot in her body. Her brain's also getting a perk. Ketones aren't just fuel, they're like premium gas for her mind. Studies show ketones can improve focus and mental clarity, which is why Sarah feels sharper, like she's cleaned the fog off her glasses. She's also drinking about 80 ounces of water a day, which keeps her hydrated, and helps her kidneys work like a well-oiled filtration system, clearing out waste and keeping her blood pressure steady. But it's not all smooth sailing. Sarah feels a bit weak, and her muscles are a little sore. That's because her body's breaking down some protein for energy, like using spare furniture for firewood. To minimize this, she rests more and avoids heavy exercise. She's learning that water fasting is like a delicate dance. You need to listen to your body and not push too hard. Halfway through this journey, Sarah's seeing changes, and you might be curious about what a water fast could do for you. If you're intrigued, why not try a shorter fast, like 24 hours to dip your toes in? Share your thoughts or experiences in the comments below. I'd love to hear how it goes for you. Days 4 to 5. The deep clean. By days 4 and 5, Sarah's hitting her stride. Her hunger's almost gone, like a guest who's finally left the party. Her body's fully adapted to ketosis, burning fat like a steady campfire. This is where things get exciting. Her body's now in a state called autophagy, a fancy word for self-cleaning. Think of it like your body taking out the trash, recycling old damaged cells, and building new ones. It's like giving your house a deep spring cleaning, getting rid of junk that's been piling up for years. Autophagy's a big deal because it's linked to better health and even longevity. It's like your body's hitting the reset button, clearing out cellular clutter that can lead to problems down the road. Sarah doesn't feel this directly, but she notices her skin looks brighter, like she's polished an old mirror. Her joints feel looser, and her energy's more stable, not the roller coaster it used to be. Water's playing a starring role here. It's keeping her hydrated, which is crucial because fasting can dehydrate you faster than you'd think. It's also helping her liver and kidneys work like a top-notch cleanup crew, flushing out toxins and keeping her system balanced. Sarah's also noticing she's sleeping better, like her body's finally in sync with a natural rhythm. But there's a catch. She's feeling a bit cold and occasionally dizzy. That's because her metabolism's slowed, like a car idling to save fuel. She wraps up in a blanket and keeps sipping water with a touch of salt to keep her electrolytes in check. She is learning that fasting isn't just about willpower, it's about listening to her body's signals, like tuning into a radio station for clear sound. Days 6-7, the finish line. By days 6 and 7, Sarah's amazed. She feels light, focused, and oddly calm, like she's been meditating without trying. Her body's still in autophagy, cleaning house and burning fat. She's lost about 5 pounds, mostly water weight and some fat. But it's not just about the scale. Her joints feel better, her mind's sharper, and she's got a new appreciation for water. It's not just a drink. It's like the unsung hero of her body systems. Her taste buds are waking up too. After a week of just water, she's craving simple, whole foods, like a fresh apple or a bowl of soup. This is a side effect of fasting. It can reset your relationship with food, like recalibrating a scale that's been off-kilter. Sarah's also noticing her digestion feels quieter, like her guts had a vacation from processing heavy meals. But she's careful. Breaking a fast is tricky. You can't just dive into a burger. She plans to start with bone broth and light soups, easing her body back like gently waking someone from a deep sleep. Her doctor warned her about refeeding syndrome, a rare but serious risk where eating too much too soon can mess with electrolytes. So she's taking it slow, sipping her last glass of water with gratitude. As Sarah wraps up her week, she's reflecting on what she's learned. Water fasting isn't a magic bullet, but it's like a tune-up for her body. It's given her clarity, reduced her aches, and made her feel more in control of her health. She's not planning to do this every week, but she's thinking about shorter fasts, like 24 or 48 hours, to keep the benefits going. The science, simplified. So what's the science behind Sarah's experience? Let's break it down like explaining it to your grandma over coffee. When you only drink water, your body switches from burning sugar to burning fat, like flipping a switch from one power source to another. This kicks in ketosis, where your liver turns fat into ketones, a fuel your brain loves. It's like giving your car a cleaner, more efficient gas. Autophagy, that self-cleaning process, is like your body's maintenance crew coming in to sweep out old cells and make room for new ones. It's linked to lower inflammation, better brain health, and even a longer life, though we need more research to be sure. Water's the key player here, keeping everything flowing. Your kidneys, liver, and even your brain depend on it like a garden needs rain. But it's not all rosy. Fasting can stress your body, like pushing a car to drive uphill without much gas. You might feel tired, cold, or dizzy, especially if you don't drink enough water or balance electrolytes. That's why Sarah added a pinch of salt. It's like giving her body a little hug to keep things steady. And for older folks, fasting can be riskier if you've got health issues, so always talk to a doctor first. The benefits and risks. Let's sum up what Sarah gained. She lost some weight, mostly water, but also some fat, like shedding an extra coat. Her inflammation dropped, making her joints feel like they've been oiled up. Her mind's clearer, like wiping dust off a window. And her gut's happier, like it's had a break from a noisy party. Plus, she's got a new respect for simple foods, which could help her eat healthier long-term. But there are risks. Fasting too long or too often can lead to muscle loss, like burning spare furniture instead of logs. It can also mess with your electrolytes, like throwing off the balance in a recipe. For older adults, this can be serious, especially if you're on meds or have conditions like diabetes or heart issues. Sarah checked with her doctor, and you should too. How to try it yourself. Thinking about trying a water fast? Start small, like 24 hours to see how your body reacts. Drink at least 60–80 ounces of water daily, more if you're active. Add a pinch of salt or electrolyte drops if you feel woozy. Rest when you need to, like taking a nap when you're tired. And when you break the fast, go slow. Start with broth or fruit, not a big meal. It's like easing a car back onto the road after a long stop. If you're inspired by Sarah's story, why not give it a try or share this with someone who might benefit? Let me know how it goes in the comments. I'm rooting for you. And if you want more tips on simple health hacks, subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss out. Water might just be the simplest, most powerful tool in your health toolbox.